Upright, upright, and fancy, fancy. Upright, upright, and fancy. Upright, upright, and fancy, fancy. Upright, upright, and fancy. Starring
Kara
and Chris with
Lauren.
Here she is.
Ooh. Was it very Mariah?
Yes.
It felt very Mariah.
Chris has some Mariah energy.
Just a little bit of Mariah energy.
In the best way.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Mariah fan. Especially like old school when she had that energy.
Yeah.
Now you're like, it's cool.
Pre-MTV Cribs is my Mariah.
Pre-MTV Cribs is really, but like I've really enjoyed some post-MTV Cribs
A wee
Mariah
bit, yeah.
as well.
I agree.
But like my diehard, oh my God, was definitely pre-Cribs. I think pre-Cribs.
Emotions.
Wow. Emotions. Come on. That first album.
It's true.
I've always been afraid to say this so maybe it's good
Don't
that
be
we
afraid,
have
I'm
someone
not
between
afraid
us.
to.
But
Uh-huh.
I never had a Mariah phase. I never.
Well, it's been a fun show.
I just never got into it. But I really appreciate her attitude. Like, I don't know her has added something to our lives that is like, I mean, I would say
So
that's that's part of like the canon of humanity at this point. If I could put something in a time capsule, that would be part of it. I mean,
Yeah. No, it was because it was such the you know the I don't know her. That she said about J-Lo, like it's such top shade, like absolute top shade.
It was great.
It
was a moment.
I think you had to have the Walkman with the cassette of Emotions, and you just like played it nonstop when you were riding your bike or roller skating.
Were you a fan of her first album too?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, but Emotions was the one.
Emotions was the one that filled me with emotions.
So what songs were your favorite of that album?
You don't have to show me the album. Because honestly, I just played it from top to bottom.
No, I'm not. No. I don't mean to
So-
test. But what are your favorite early Mariah? How's that?
It's hard to pick because honestly, it's like the first two albums, just from like top to bottom, I could just listen to.
Yeah.
The SNL performance she did, that live one. It fills me.
Oh, it fills me too.
You have to see it because it's live and like the range she has.
And one of the clips on YouTube is her in rehearsal.
It's sick.
For her first album, it's for her in rehearsal, and it's crazy. Yes, it's insane.
She had an incredible voice. I think that wasn't totally my thing. I mean, I'm not saying that I had great taste. Like I was really into like Guns N' Roses.
Also great,
And
yeah.
Jody
I'm
Watley.
not saying I had great taste.
They all kind of look the same.
Oh my gosh, she said Jody Watley?
Yeah,
I love
Jody Watley,
yes.
of course.
I remember like calling up to like the military radio station where we lived and like requesting Jody Watley songs and like taping them. It was that you had to make your own fun. I'm really good at making my own fun.
I don't think I ever called a radio station to. Maybe I did.
What?
To request anything.
Oh,
Like I feel like I lived way out in the country and radio was just like something happening somewhere else. I mean, I listened to it, but I never was engaged enough to be like I can make a song happen.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Really? Interesting. And you were too. You called the radio station.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like.
I mean, I think that's
And then
that's
recorded.
amazing.
Well, especially because they like
definitely recorded. I definitely recorded.
Yeah.
For
Because
sure.
at the time, I mean, you really like that was one of the only ways that you could like. If you really couldn't get a song out of your head, like, and
You had to call and
didn't-
talk about it, yeah.
Well, also, like, you didn't have a car, you couldn't drive to, and, like, you didn't have
was,
money.
like, 9.
So, yeah. So, it was, like, basically, like, your only hope of hearing that song, it's not like you'd be like, Mom, give me your phone, you know, like the kids today.
There was no phone.
Yeah, there were no phones. And there was, like, hanging
on your
yourself with the, like, the corded.
That's
Yeah, the corded film. That was it. But, like, there was, I feel like, yeah, the only thing you could do when you're using your resources as a child, like, I want to hear this song, is call and talk to some weirdo about it, and he'll play it for you, and then you tape it, and then also you feel like, oh, I'm a real person.
I still remember that
exist.
unlocked a core memory of calling 737-Y107. That was like the phone number you called to request the top 100 hits.
That was a core memory unlocked?
Yeah,
Amazing.
737-Y107.
I mean, this is what we had before.
This is how we do.
R.I.P.
And
I'm sorry, back here beating the dog.
Not literally. It's just Stella. Stella, you want to come say hi?
She's a sweetheart.
She okay, so you've already gotten into the swing of things here at Bright Fancy. So, Lauren, she is amazing. She is our friend.
Welcome
I come
to
here for the
Upright and Fancy,
compliments.
episode 10.
10.
We wanted to do something very special for episode 10, and that very special thing happened to be Lauren.
It's me.
Welcome, everyone. Yay!
We're going to do this very special thing that
That's
is you.
correct.
I hope that's cool.
Right, here it
This is
goes.
actually the pre-interview before we get started.
Yeah, sorry. We
I didn't know it was like this.
we didn't tell you
fine.
it was like
When-
upright and fancy. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
God,
Like,
yeah.
So
I'm
just so you know.
down.
me too at the moment.
Fisted and fancy.
Oh, God.
And,
Upright and fisted? Oh,
Oh.
Lord. I don't know.
Okay,
Wow.
that went niche quick.
Oh,
This is now OnlyFans. Here's where to subscribe
I mean,
again.
It's right here.
I'm sorry. It's the boobs. I'm sorry. It's the boobs.
Yes, this is also, if you're listening, thank you. If you're watching, thank you. But if you're listening, know that you could be watching if that's what you're into.
Yeah, and if you're watching, you could also only be listening if you don't want to see our mugs.
Yeah, if you're just like, these bitches are tired.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair.
We are.
But also rude.
Rude.
And so, Lauren, you own a fucking beauty salon. You are a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
You are an icon.
You are an icon. She's an icon,
Again, the
which is why
compliments is why I'm here.
we're having you on. So you're
Thank you.
iconography.
Yeah,
Iconography.
I own a hair salon. What?
She owns an incredible hair salon.
In
If
East
you-
Nashville called The Beauty Parlor. It's an inclusive salon for all people, and it's great.
It's
my
fucking
passion.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
amazing.
It's weird. It's great.
It's weird and amazing.
But yeah, it's such a perfect little piece of you.
Agreed.
I love the way that everything is just so bespoke and perfect, and not in a way that is any way like. So your dog is like fully under my skirt.
hey.
Okay, sorry. Naughty nose.
Alf.
I
Just gonna
am.
make sure we're good. Yeah, okay, we're make sure.
She's just nosing the gooch. It's cool.
She's a gooch dog.
What?
Well, I don't know.
But yes, so basically, if are you
Try to push him away from us. There we go. Okay.
Yes.
So if you have hair and you like pretty things, go to
If you have hair,
I
we're
do
the
like
salon
pretty
for
things.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
and yeah. But anyway, she does. It's not. This is not a good example because I have done nothing to
mine's
it.
not a good
But
It's
example.
still beautiful.
but
It
yes.
is still beautiful. Yours, mine is outrageous and gets crazy. She's a much. She's
You have an
a-
appointment next Saturday. This is now your confirmation. You need to reply. Or
I need to change it. No, but you're so booked and blessed. It's so
It
hard
is
to get in with you.
It's okay. You're my last client on a Saturday, so I can just leave early. But we'll
We're
talk
supposed
about
to
that
say
off camera.
Hourglass.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
we
supposed
are-
to go
so-
flirt
so-
with Hourglass in Louisville.
For episode 10 of Upright and Fancy, we wanted to make this special. Not only are we in a different place,
We're in Lauren's house.
we're in Lauren's house, yay! But we also have the most special human being of all time to join us today in our mayhem and foolishness, Miss Lauren Augustine, and I'm so excited to have you, like Upright and Fancy. So this is a podcast where we talk about things that make us feel upright and make us feel fancy.
And we kiki, we have fun, we give some advice. I think you're very good at giving advice. Being a
I think so,
hair, what's your preferred
Pronoun?
not
Hairstylist pronoun.
Hairstylist pronoun?
Hairstylist, hair artist, cosmopolitan. I'm just kidding. Cosmologist. I don't care. It's fine.
Okay, as a beauty witch, you must give a
Yes.
lot of advice because people are coming to you, they're getting their hair done. So not only
Oh,
are
it's
you giving
therapy.
advice,
It's not just
Oh my God, it's
Yes.
full on
Yeah,
therapy.
it's therapy.
so it's not just about
Interesting.
advice about what they should do with their goddamn hair, which you also have to do, but you also, you hear a wide range of problems, I imagine. You weigh in. This is all well-worn territory for you.
It's fun, but it's also some people just trauma dump
That is.
Oh my God, I'm so
fucked.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure because you know there's a lot of people in this world that don't have someone to do that to, and God bless them that you are good at that. You are. I mean, I would imagine you're able to like deflect and do what you need to do. But
Yes
like,
and no,
how much of that do you absorb?
Well, being an empath, and I think like all old school, not even old school, like hairstylists that have been around for a while are super empaths, where we just like suck it all in, and we try to give the advice back, but sometimes it's just like, bitch, I can't help you. You need a therapist, and how do I tell you that? And sometimes I just say that, in a nice way, but they don't listen. So 99% of clients are great, but then there are some that are, we call them emotional vampires.
Yes.
That just suck everything out of you. And that's something later in life I've had to like, I'm working on now, learning to be like, no, you can't dump all that on me. And if you do, I can just like leave it.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm trying to get boundaries on, to not.
But most of your
suck it all in.
most of your experience has been good with people, people's stuff and talking and hanging
great.
out. I love it. I love that.
But
It is fun.
But it also is so interesting in these spaces where like people are completely aware that you can't go anywhere.
No, we're
and
hostage.
then just the opportunists of the world.
Yes,
are
I didn't
just
think about that. No, you're stuck.
Yeah,
Your
because
concrete
like
feet.
yeah, because they're paying you for a service. You have to complete the service. You cannot telework. You have to be physically touching their bodies.
Sounds like prostitution, but it is not.
I mean, it's similar. No, it's not
Unfortunately, I
similar.
wish it was. No.
I mean,
What if?
don't dream it. Be it. I mean, why not? Everyone likes to bundle these days.
Bundle
I just
it.
bundle everything together.
I did want to go back to school to get like a degree and be a therapist, and then charge
too.
your insurance and do your hair at the same time. And be like, okay, you want bangs?
But that would
Tell
be
me
a
about
lot
your
for
mother.
you.
And then we could just, pay
But
the
like,
copay. It's fine.
but like people, but like it's probably something that you. I mean, is this something that's ever something that you touch on when you're learning to cut hair and you're learning for style?
No,
It's
they
not,
teach you nothing.
They teach you nothing. So when you start up, you're all of a sudden everybody's in a lovely way. And you do a lovely job at it. I've overheard while I'm waiting or whatever. You're very good at maneuvering things to where it's still positive and we're still good, and and you may have said something hardcore, but you know what, we're all friends here and it's amazing, and you're good and you're beautiful, and let it,
And it'll be this much money, okay, bye.
Yeah, no, totally.
Next week, see ya.
I mean, I think that when I think about you, I think about someone with very good boundaries.
Okay.
And I have an issue with it too, especially because I'm such a weirdo. A lot of times people will see that from a mile away and just be like, I can say whatever the fuck I want to you, you know.
For me too.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
And like also like I was always like the therapist of my family and all of these things, and you know a big part of figuring out how to be comfortable as a person to me has been figuring out like, okay, where is the appropriate place to draw the line between like what is fun and helpful and what just feels like a depletion of my inner resources. And especially with like the way you're talking about like picking up other people's energy.
Oh yeah.
That's a big
It's tough.
trying to figure out how to like still be accessible, still be you, but also not like have, you know, just be a sponge ready to take in whatever weird shit, because like people are so fucking weird.
Which is great. You have to learn how to like wring that sponge out and be like, this is not for me to take home. This is not mine.
No,
that's
gotta
hard.
be tough.
That is hard to do, especially when you see like so many people in a day. That's a lot of energy.
And so like yes, and I've had times where like I don't know, there have been not with you, but like with other people where I go to get my hair cut and there's so much stupid obnoxious like family drama in my life, and I just like I don't want to put that on anyone else, and so they're like, well, what's going on? I'm like, can we just sit here in silence?
We're
And you can.
Because
you can.
Yeah.
You don't have to. But something about like the physical touch aspect.
100%. Because
and people that have no physical touch. You have to think about that too, because there are people that don't have any physical interaction. So when you're shampooing and you're touching someone,
that's pretty intimate. Shampooing and stuff with your hair is pretty intimate.
Like, and it's kind of like you're transferring your energy to them, and it chills them out, which is great. But then they don't have that very often, so it just makes people word vomit they're crazy as shit to you, and you're like, wow, I have held so many secrets. This sounds really negative. I love doing hair. I love hairdressing. It's
No,
wonderful,
that's
but
why. Yeah, I was.
you hear some fucked up crazy shit from people. Like a lot, where I'm like, I don't want to know this, but thank you so much for telling me these things that I will never forget in my life.
So happy to be your receptacle.
Cool.
I
flush that receptacle. I don't want it.
Did you always want to own a salon?
No.
Was this something what was the turning point in that?
I feel like I always kind of like helped manage and I just wanted to help my people, my fellow coworkers.
Which you did an amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a group of fellow coworkers.
Yeah.
That moved from place to place to place because of how you treated each other.
Yeah,
because
and we
you
just
were
all
sort
like
of
loved each
you
other,
were a
and
thing.
I just wanted that place, and it just became where there wasn't that place anymore, and there wasn't that place for clients too to be themselves authentically 100%, and that didn't exist. So it was like, well, then I have to create that.
That's amazing.
So that was kind of crazy,
and you have like to say that you have. Like, I mean, when you were talking about starting your own business and you were scared about it and stuff, but you had like an idea of what you wanted.
But I don't know how to fucking do it.
But like what you have created is so amazing and so inclusive, and it really is as if you walk inside your head and you hang out for a little bit while you're in there and you get your hair cut and then you leave. Like it feels.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It feels like you though. I don't know. It has like you are dripping all over all of it. In such a lovely way.
I am
dripping
all over all over it.
We will take the
come see my
OnlyFans part
skeet
of that.
salon.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my God,
everywhere.
it's a skeet salon. No, it's not at all.
She just squirted all over it.
We talked about squirting in the last
From the
video.
window really to the wall.
I love to talk about squirting.
Don't.
Are you a squirter?
I mean, let's not get into it now.
I'm gonna go get another.
Again, with the female anatomy, he has no idea.
I got nothing.
I
got nothing.
Okay, we can maybe another
Backtrack salon. It's
fine. I'm fine to keep going. Okay. So
Anyway.
should we do the fishbowl?
Yes.
Yay!
The question's
It's
gonna
literally
be like, do
a
you
fishbowl,
squirt?
though.
So-
Please
Okay.
be, but it's literally a fishbowl.
So
incredible.
in Upright and Fancy, the next step that we do is we will pull into a fishbowl. Normally have
Pull
Toby's.
into a fishbowl?
Normally we have Toby's.
We gonna pull into
sugar
that
dish.
fishbowl.
Normally we have his sugar dish, but today we do not have the sugar dish, so we have a fish.
You have a literal fishbowl.
So this makes me so happy because I feel like the fishbowl, I love the sugar dish, but there's something about the literalness
Actual fish.
that it just really feels like we've reached some kind of completion.
I mean, are you comfortable with pulling the first one, or do you?
I'd love to.
Please
I feel
get
like,
in there.
I feel like it's you, right?
So I came up with a song.
Yes.
So
Oh no, we have to
there-
sing the song while you're pulling.
Yeah, you're perfect. So Chris, very talented. Me, very not talented in the department
You are.
of
Come on.
not with singing. And so I really like to make horrible songs. And
Let's hear
so the fishbowl song. Fishbowl, fishbowl, put your hand in the hole. Take something out, take a look. What is there to say?
Yay! And we have one, ladies and gentlemen. We have two.
Okay.
What is your dream vacation?
Oh, well, you're the perfect person to get
You
this.
are because you are. That's actually perfect for you. I love how much you travel. I love where you travel. I love how you decide where you're going to travel.
I love the way you look when you're walking away.
You got to leave, but I'd like to see you walking away.
That's right.
No, you have. If anybody were to have a vacation question. To me, I would relay them to you because you have an idea of what you want and you do it, and you've had bad experiences and you've had good experiences. So your dream vacation.
We've had so many vacations. So
You just got back from a dream vacation.
we did. So I unfortunately will watch really stupid TV shows and be like, yeah, I want to fucking go there. Like House Hunters International.
Yeah.
Which is dumb because you know they're going to pick the house with no furniture in it. Because that's the one for sale. But I found lots of places where I'm like, that is an obscure random place, like Ambergris Key, Belize. And I was like, well, that looks cool. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So that was fun. There's other shows that we watched too, and I'm like, I want to go there. So I guess
I just love that this hit you because travel. You guys really are
that's our
travelers.
thing.
That's
We
your
do travel
thing.
a lot.
Okay, and so would you like to talk about your most recent vacation?
I think that's probably the easiest. Yeah, we were just in Portugal for my 40th birthday.
No one's counting.
Cool.
No one's counting.
It doesn't hurt to say out loud. I'm fine. I'm a
Everyone's fine. No one
On
is
this
experiencing
side
any midlife
40.
crisis feelings. No one here.
Moisturizers, Botox. It's fine. So we went to Portugal for 13 days for my
Fuck
40th
yeah, you did.
birthday. It was great.
This is really aspirational. I feel like
I think it is too.
I mean, and also, I don't know, just being someone who, has a baby and thinking about like how impossible it would be to like leave for 13 days without being wealthy, like very, very wealthy at the same time. And
So true.
I just feel like you just are someone I think about when I think about someone living their best life.
I kind of agree too. No, I actually sort of agree as well.
I don't know, this might feel a lot of
Jesus.
responsibility. That you just are carrying
with
all
you.
our hopes and dreams on your back. But
Yeah,
you
no,
carry
I don't
it
feel
so
stressed
well,
about that.
and that's not-
Yeah, it was a great trip. You could take your kid. Like, it's very kid friendly. You just probably have to like drug her on a plane, maybe. I don't know.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, that's just when I would love to take her those places as well. I'm just thinking about like when you can like sleep in and because
It sounds like a vacation. It's
there's
just
something
sleeping
that
in.
sounds like a vacation and not just going somewhere else with your child, which I'm all for all that. But it's like, I can't afford like 2 hotel rooms, so she's still like going. Like
That's
it's
true.
It's an immersive experience. That's one thing about who knew that having a child is an immersive experience. But there is everywhere you go, everything you do, there they are.
There they are.
They're watching you.
No, they're
Why?
I've been watching you. Yes, that one.
And and I love her so much, but I would.
It would be tough for you to go to Lisbon.
It would be at this point at this point in my life. But this is not about me and my boring shit. This is
Not
about
boring shit.
It's less interesting than Lisbon.
You have a child. You created life. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
I have not done
agree.
that. You have not done that.
I concur
You
with
have
her.
tried a lot.
I mean, I've tried.
But
but
they
I
don't
Totally
stick.
pregnant.
do
Yeah.
not have a uterus.
You don't.
Oh no, it's
I'm
never
kidding.
mind.
We know about.
Yeah.
We know about sloppy top.
We know about sloppy top, bossy top.
Good old sloppy top. Sloppy top Toby. It could be bossy top, sloppy top.
It really
100% could be bossy top.
It is
So,
definitely
bossy
bossy top.
top?
Sloppy, maybe not. Bossy for sure.
Bossy top. So we'll
slop-
remix that later.
I mean, I think it's nice. You could be both. I mean, fuck binaries. You
No,
can be a
you
bossy
can-
sloppy top.
You can be a bossy, sloppy top. I just think. I
we went there. You're welcome.
think. I think if we were gonna really pin it down, bossy's it.
Pun intended. Portugal was really cool.
So how many?
Did you meet
how
any
many?
bossy tops in Portugal?
I traveled with one. It's fine.
How many places in Portugal did you stop? Did you stay?
We went to the Algarve coast in the south, which was super cool, like rocky beaches, almost like Utah on the water, which is
Ooh.
wild.
Yeah.
The best oysters of my life. There was like this Airstream trailer, which sounds sketchy, but it's not. They only had oysters, and it was across the street from our hotel, so we just went there every day, and it was
Cool.
magical. And then we flew to Porto, which is in the north, and that was magical and really pretty and very historic. We went to the wine country, and
Oh, can you imagine the Portuguese wine country? How fun!
oh, it's so good. We stayed in Vino Verde country in this insane hotel, which was so fancy and so nice that I was convinced they were going to find out we were poor and hunt us for sport, because there's no way that they weren't going to. It was very nice. It was
This
on
was
the
just
river.
how it was going to be.
It was 5 stars. It was beautiful. They had like a 2 Michelin star restaurant that
Cool.
served you breakfast and dinner. And
Where
they-
does Shoney's fall on the Michelin
Ooh,
star?
you can dine for $10.99.
Is that half a one star?
That's a half a store.
Is that half a one store?
That's
I
an
was just
actual.
wondering. I
That's
just
not a
wondering.
Michelin. That's a tire.
Where
star.
do Shoney's lay?
Where they go? All that to say, Portugal is very inexpensive. Like, even the 5-star hotel was less than any hotel you get here in Nashville. So,
Oh my God, I'm sure.
right.
I've been to Portugal. I've been to a couple
Okay.
different places in Portugal, but to actually be able to go vacation there sounds just unbelievable.
It was great. And Lisbon is great too, but it's a totally different vibe than the other cities there. So it was cool.
We ported in Lisbon. It was pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I've flown out of Lisbon Airport. I don't know if you did as well, but I've flown out of Lisbon Airport. It's actually a really nice little airport.
That's fun.
It's pretty cute.
So yeah, Portugal is the shit.
Well,
it is inexpensive and it's nice and it's pretty and people are kind and mostly.
And the food's great.
Yeah,
and
it's
there's
great.
like coffee everywhere and like beer and.
They've changed the rules, but it used to be something where it was like one of the easiest countries to expatriate to.
God, I hope so because I thought that was true too.
Yes, because I'm very one thing about me is I just want to leave America.
Yeah, I won't be here.
So
this is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine, but I want to go.
But I need to go.
I just feel like it's time. The you know, the hands on the clock have moved to like somewhere else 30.
Over there.
Over there.
Over there.
Yeah, send this bitch over there.
I'm gonna get one more of these. Does anybody want anything while I'm up? I'm sorry to be.
I would
How
love
professional. No, I'm good.
I feel like this reminds me of, do you ever watch the Red Table Talks?
Oh, yes, this is the white table
We
talk.
have a white
It feels
table.
like a high
Although,
table talk. Did you want
This is
something
the
to say?
Alabama white table talk.
You're good.
I'll take one of those if you don't mind.
Okay.
Thank you. Ooh, mango, my favorite.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so Portugal, very lovely place to expatriate to, though they have made it slightly more complicated. I think my dream vacation at the moment, this sounds very I don't know, maybe this is very basic, but I just want to go to Fiji so badly. And
That's not
Fiji
basic.
is
It's far.
Basic.
well, I just, as far as like, it just, you know, it sounds like a place everyone would like to go, but I feel like it's just perfect. And just recently when I was, you know, not questioning all my choices and not doom scrolling, I found that there's this amazing little resort in Fiji. Doesn't have air conditioning, but at the same time, it's somewhat temperate in Fiji, especially if you go in the winter season. And it's like, and they make all your meals. It's absolutely wonderful. It's like $33 a fucking day.
What?
And
Let's
so,
go.
But you have to get
Bye.
there. You have to
yeah,
get
you have
there.
to get there.
Well, there's
And-
points for that.
And yeah, I need to work on my points game because I just feel like the solution is Fiji. Also, it's really close to
The solution is Fiji.
It's really close, quote unquote, to New Zealand.
You might as well
which
go
is
there, too.
Where I
I wanna
also
go
want to go.
there.
So I'm hoping that maybe from Fiji I can sneak into New Zealand, and then I'll just stay there, and they'll say, "You're cool, you can stay."
Yeah.
And that's my dream vacation where I
That's
don't
it.
come
Yes.
back.
I think that's a solid dream vacation is one that doesn't end.
Yes.
Right? I've been a lot of weird places, cruising and stuff. I think that if I were going to go for a dream vacation, it would be somewhere like Alaska or somewhere. We did the Chilean fjords, which is fun to say.
Fjords.
I would
The fjords
love
in
to.
Chile.
And like a so like
I
it's
wanna
but like
go to
it's
Chilean
cold.
fjords.
It's cold, but it's beautiful and mountainy. Excuse me. So I think I would
Let's
just
go.
I would be somewhere. I'd want to be somewhere where there would be
Fjords.
fjords.
Are you a mountain boy or a beach boy or a
I
both
think
boy?
I'm mountain over beach. I love a beach, and I loved being beach, please.
Beach please.
I loved being in Hawaii, and I love being out and seeing the water and all that kind of shit. But there's something about a mountain and like you go like fjords. It took me a while to actually understand what a fucking fjord was. It's actually where the mountain just goes down
Tell
into
us
the
what
water.
a fjord is. Oh,
so
well,
so
shit.
I,
Okay, that's
what
easy.
my understanding
That's
of it,
simple.
I could be wrong.
Norway.
I'll put
The
the,
movie
answer up
Frozen.
here.
I've never seen Frozen, but I also
Really?
don't
Wait,
have a
the
child.
cartoon Frozen?
There are lots of fjords in Frozen.
Yeah, no, there's lots of fjords. So
There's
what
fjords.
my understanding is a fjord is when the mountain goes down and then the water.
Yes.
It's not like there's
Well,
a
it's
beach.
where
It just
water-
goes just straight up into the water.
Water has
That's a
carved
fjord.
the rock.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Where water is the one that has done the business.
She done the business.
Oh my god.
She done the
Please.
business. Okay.
It's where water done the business.
It's where water done the business.
Okay, so anywhere
Speaking of
with
water,
a fjord,
fishbowl.
Fiji.
Fiji.
Anywhere with a fjord, Fiji,
and,
and
the place you already just went
in
to.
Portugal.
I go
Because
back.
you're a withholding bitch. Don't want to tell
Thank
us
you.
about your dreams. I just complimented you on your boundaries.
Thank you
I
so
truly.
much.
Should we do another fishbowl?
Do you want to? Do you have an advice?
I do have an advice, and if we are trying to stay on topic, I guess
Let's
we
do
should
an advice.
do the advice.
Let's go to advice. Let's do one more quick of this, and then we'll do a quick advice.
Nothing is quick, but sing your
Yeah,
song.
Again?
Yes, come on. We need it again.
Okay. Fishbowl, put your hand in the hole, pull something out, take a look. What is there?
Why is there? Okay, so there's
You might get another one. That might be.
Why is
No,
there
this
fortune in there?
This is insane.
I can't
So
read it.
there is a fortune cookie fortune in here, which shouldn't exist. And I am not kidding. It says no obstacles will stand in the way of your success this month. I thought that said mouth. So I'm going to read it like I read it because I'm a little dyslexic.
this
No
is the title.
obstacles will stand in the way of the success of your mouth.
Yeah.
This month,
Thank
in
you.
bed.
Mouth.
In bed.
Mouth.
Your mouth.
Your
In
mouth
bed.
is
In your mouth. That was quick. Thank you for throwing that in there. I'm assuming Toby.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's
here
do
you
one
go.
more. Somebody, yeah. Let's just grab one more and have at it.
Okay.
Whoever wants it.
Let's do one more.
I was hoping we'd get Toby's just because Toby's. What the fuck did he want to write in there?
I don't know. This isn't Toby's, I don't think, but it's just best bad date story.
Best bad date.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wrote that down. Okay, so I have one thing that sticks out to me, and it's not a bad date. But when
There's not like a litany of things you can pull from in this.
It's
So different being a man. It truly is.
Yeah.
Not to be like,
It's true.
The gays,
you can be.
The gays would date and then make out and hit it and be done. But you'd never go on a second date. But you'd have a million first dates where you do whatever you want to do and then be done.
And yeah, I feel like, but the weirdos. But aren't there people that
Let's
just
hear
give you the
yours,
ick?
'cause
So-
I feel like we've been
yours.
with our partners for 18 and
Yeah,
19
totally,
years, so
100%.
you have to finish this.
Well, how
one.
long? How long have you been with Zach?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I feel embarrassed. We've been together for 14 years.
Well, that's less than us, so you have to tell us your bad date story.
Okay. So when I first moved to Nashville, there are just so many. They're just so. I didn't have good dates for such a long time. When I first moved to Nashville, it was I did not have a smartphone. It was a long time ago now. Your girl's got some age on her, and I was
She ain't got shit. Don't listen to her.
And I was on OkCupid, yeah,
Cupid.
And when I moved to Nashville, I got on OkCupid to sort of see what was going on, because part of my plan when I moved was I'm going to earnestly try to date, because I just was obsessed with just hanging out with my friends in Greensboro, and also I just situationships and things that just were just very dumb, and there was not a dating pool that was not poisoned. But so I mean, also I just when a pool is small enough, you have to go to a different one. And so I moved to Nashville, and I was like, this should be a fun place to meet people.
Different pool. An entirely different pool.
Full of semen, though.
Sure,
sure.
Absolutely. Especially if you're near the Autodiesel College. It's just
Which is where we were.
Mm-hmm.
We lived across the damn street from the Autodiesel College.
Yeah,
it was full of semen.
Full of semen.
I'm a semen.
And
SEAMAN. Go ahead anyway, go ahead.
Not to interrupt with semen.
I mean, come
Totally
on,
stopped.
guys.
CUM on.
Yes. So, I decided to get on OkCupid, and I had some dates, and there was one date with this man who, he was attractive, but there was something that was a little bit off, and he had a lot of selfies of him that were just sunglasses on, sunglasses off. And he said he worked in the medical industry, but he didn't there just seemed to be something a little bit odd about him. But I was he's a perfectly attractive person who's asking you out, just go. And I'm okay, well, he's let's go to the Starbucks by a mall. I'm sure.
Wow.
This is a great.
Very cool.
There's Merle
Very
Norman,
cool.
and there's our date. That's cool.
But
Merle Norman has
Merle
not been
Norman.
around since fucking 89.
Current references only.
I'm so sorry.
Continue.
And then he, as soon as I get there, and again, I'm in no way making any comment that is disparaging about differently abled people. But it's just nice if there's like some disclosure about what you would expect. And so as soon as I get there, he gives me a pamphlet for a medical device that he just got that helps him walk better. Oh. Yeah, and he handed me the pamphlet, and he's like, I just got this like yesterday. He's like, I was in a really serious motorcycle accident 10 years ago. And so he didn't work in the medical industry. He was a patient in the medical industry. And it became very clear that he thought that I could be both a girlfriend and a caretaker.
No.
And it was just I was just like the slow, like me just putting things together and realizing what this was and what was happening. And I had also worked as like a personal care assistant in the past. Like it was this kind of a, I realized that he thought about how like I would be someone who could also have the skills to take care of him. Mm-hmm.
Gross.
That's a second date, at least a third, maybe fourth, sometimes fifth.
And I kind of had the rule of like stay for like 45 minutes, and then like right when like 45.
That's a long time.
I know 45 minutes seems like a long time.
I was trying to be polite, and like there was one point in which he was like I don't know, we're just trying to make conversation, and like somehow brought up children, and like I was just like, I don't know, do you want kids? He's like, well, I'll have kids whenever you want to have them. And I'm like, what is happening? And then I'm like, well, I really do have to go. And he's like, well, I was just going to ask you if you wanted to go with me to Macy's and help me buy a coat.
No.
Okay, well, yours wins.
But like he was like a very, conventionally attractive and like seeming.
Did you help him go buy a coat?
I did not. I left, and as I left the Starbucks, he said, "Oh, get in touch on the internet," like very loud across the Starbucks.
On the interwebs.
On the interwebs. On the online.
And I was like, yes,
well, that's a hell of a date story. Like that's a big date story.
There was also one I can't go into it obviously because of time. But where my date went, we were at a trivia game that he chose to go to, and then he left me to go sit at another table with a woman who could get him a job.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
that's exciting.
Cool.
Yeah.
How thoughtful.
And then,
How kind. How cis straight man of him.
Yeah. And then I did not cry on the way home.
No.
when you were punching him in the face. So my story like that comes. So when I was a senior in college, I sort of dated a little bit this dude named Milt, who was like a filmmaker.
Ew.
No, he was hot, and he was a filmmaker, and he was older than me.
You have to be hot with a name like that.
He was, and he was. He was like present day hipster, but pre that, and I was all about it. But I was so young and dumb, and he was really sweet. He was really sweet. That I was that as well. He was really sweet, but but I was, I was so young. So he was like, it's not really going to work out. Just want to let you know. He was really sweet about it. But I was like, okay, so then we'll wait till I graduate or whatever. Like dumb shit. So I was all of a sudden was all about him. And all of a sudden I had to, it was all of a sudden I was obsessed with him. Like, because he said, no, you can't have this. And I was like, what? So,
but I could have anything.
At one point,
featuring Chris
but look
Berg.
how cute I am. So at one point, I was like, hey, so it's Chris Berg. I left a message. I said, hey, it's Chris Berg. You can call me at 404-210-4555.
Did you just give your phone number out?
My Atlanta number. That's the fine. I was like 404. What I think it was 404-210-4555. CALL me. And I was like,
oh no.
Oh. Like hung up. Yes. Clearly I never heard from him again. Ever.
Oh no.
But he was done anyway, but I left that message.
That's cute.
I was like, CALL
I feel like you probably have worse stories, but that's really cute to say.
I don't have a lot of dating stories. I mean, like I had a boyfriend for a year and a half where I moved to Nashville, and within like 4 months of moving here I meet Dobie, and So I just don't have a lot of dating. I didn't date.
I have a really bad first date story.
I knew
That
it.
you just thought of? We knew we'd pry this open.
So we went to Shoney's. Speaking of Shoney's, 2 can dine for $10.99 as a joke on Valentine's Day. Because, like, fuck Valentine's Day, that's not a real thing.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
a
it.
Hallmark holiday. So we went there, and then they had the endless shrimp buffet. Which, even if I'm joking, I do not take endless shrimp.
I like how the way that I like where
take
this
that
is leading
very
regardless.
seriously. It's
not
very
a
true.
joke, it's a challenge.
It's a challenge. So I challenged myself, as one does, and then went to Mafiosa's.
Oh.
And
2
then
for 1.
went to Mafiosos.
Yeah, and that's when Mafiosa's would give you like a glass of liquor
Yes, the
and
2 for
2
1.
of them, and then a beer and 2 of them. So then I like profusely vomited at this person's house
No.
on our first date. So that was intense, but ended up we got married, and that was our first date.
What?
And
So this
we've
is
been
him?
together for 18 years.
Cheers to Matt
Off
for
and
18
on,
years.
off and on, off
18.
and on. So I guess it was like 12 years ago that we got like really serious about each other. Because we would break up every 2 minutes. It'd be like, she's cuter than you. He's cuter than you. We're going to break up. And he's like, cool, I'll call you tomorrow. I'm like, okay, bye. But that's how our first date started, which, I mean, honestly is romance.
That's truly.
I puked
like,
a lot.
I would just like to say that both of y'all's bad date stories are.
I locked it down.
Yeah, apparently you locked your shit down.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
wrong with him.
I don't know where the fuck Milt is, so my story means nothing.
I mean, but it's also like it wasn't bad because of like someone being a creep to you. It was just because like you liked someone a little bit more than they liked you, which is like which is like just being a girl, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
right.
just happens.
It's just you know.
Okay, dude.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be that like.
No, girls have it way. Women in general have everything way harder than men. I don't like you guys are fucking troopers.
Well, also, I know,
women
like,
are troopers.
This doesn't have to be a topic we get stuck on.
True.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Here we are on
We
time.
only have that much.
We only have
What's
10
next?
minutes left.
Advice.
So we
Advice
have to
and
give
tangents.
the advice.
Yes.
Because that's what the people want.
That's what you want.
Also,
For episode
Obviously, we're
10.
experts.
we're experts.
Did you
We're
say
gonna
spurt?
help all the.
Experts is what
What?
it is. Anyway,
Don't
go
make me
ahead.
say squirt again. You're gonna get so uncomfortable. Okay.
It's actually probably just pee. That's what
It is
my
not.
urologist said. So.
She says it's not.
It's true. Okay.
She says it's not.
This is actually.
Let's not get it.
This is actually my problem with all of it. It's just that I feel like it's just the most like it's just the most belittling thing to think that someone doesn't know whether they're coming or peeing.
Yeah.
Because it's very different, and anyone who has been around the situations with pee, and like it's just a thing of just like when people are just like, oh, but it's just pee, and you call it something else. That's just like people know if they're peeing. That's
Yeah.
all. I'm just saying.
There's a judgment-free zone.
This is
for
a
sure.
judgment-free zone.
I
Also, if
don't
you're
even know how this. We never. I think we've. Did we talk about squirt before? I
no,
don't think so.
we mentioned it because
We don't need to
said squirting.
explain it, but
Yeah.
we can.
No, and
Or we can
No.
not as well.
No.
What's the
I
advice? Is it for me? Because I think I need it.
Yes, advice.
Advice.
What is the advice? I
Um,
need it.
I would really wish I just had like 3 ice cold squirts so I could just open
Yes,
and pass
I
out.
love a squirt. I know, and they'll be like,
Oh, we're talking soda. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Then, no. Just kidding.
Okay, ice cold.
ice cold
That would
squirts.
be weird. You're like, I bottle. Are you okay? I bottle, I sell.
Oh my god.
Okay. Right, do we have
okay,
so
we do have an okay, guys.
a quick
here's
quick advice.
quick advice. This is a complicated
Okay,
topic, but we are
so
gonna do it.
if we don't have time for advice, we can do upright and fancy if you want to and be
I
Be snug.
I
We
feel
have
like
enough
can
time
do
for
it.
advice.
Okay.
I feel like we
Okay.
have to do the advice question because what are we if not?
Yeah, what are the boys doing out there?
Professionals.
What are the boys doing out there but being boys?
Yeah, we're
We left them with a bottle of liquor. They're fine.
The biggest bottle of liquor of all time.
Yeah,
by
so
the way.
outside we are at Lauren's house, her lovely husband, and Toby's lovely and Chris's lovely
Husband.
partner.
Y'all are common law twice over.
Basically, yes.
We're essentially we are twice
the
over.
husbands, not mine. Mine is with my child, thank God. The husbands are outside with a giant bottle of vodka, and they're making food for us.
Yeah.
So
They're
really,
creating food for us.
We give them jobs. It's fine.
I mean, I think that we're maybe all aspirational in this moment that we just get to talk while someone else makes food.
I mean, I kind of do it anyway. At
No,
least
no,
I
me
have an
too.
audience now.
So might as well do it on video.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
oh, sustainability. Go have fun, boys.
Okay, so the question is, this is this is a question where the person would like to remain anonymous,
Okay.
and the person is a cis woman, about our age, who has found a doctor that they really, really like. And they found that this doctor is incredibly perceptive and great at doctoring, like very good at solving medical mysteries. But also this doctor is a smoke show who flirts with them.
Oof.
Ooh, fuck
And-
that
A smoke
doctor. Fuck that doctor.
So wait, like a hot doctor?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a hot doctor.
Smoke show, hot doctor.
I mean, not like hot in the like McDreamy, this person is very attracted to them, but is also married, children, all these things. Not
There's
necess-
HIPAA. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but like also it seems like this doctor is interested as well. Like the doctor seems to be like vibe central. And like there
Weird.
seem to be like notes on her file of like she can come in whenever she wants. Like when
Literally.
Yeah, when she calls, they're just like, well, when do you want to come in? And like literally anytime. Like, but when first making the appointment before ever meeting him, it was like, okay, well maybe in like 2 weeks, and
Yeah,
like, we'll
like
have to move.
Tuesday at 3:30.
Yeah, and so it's this thing where it's like, but this is my doctor who I need to see. Because I have some health things I have to figure out, but like it's becoming distracting, and also it's like embarrassing because having a crush on one's doctor is, it feels a little bit weird because again, like they have to see you, it's like a situation where someone is like, it's an intimate experience that that you are sort of, that you're in, without
A delicate situation. What's the question? What's
so
the advice?
what is the best advice when you're attracted to your doctor to the point where it's distracting? You think your doctor might be into you, and you want to keep seeing the doctor, but you're at the point where you're just like, I just have to not see my doctor because I'm too attracted to them. What would you do? What would you do?
If you want to fuck your doctor, then you keep going to them.
Okay,
If
but
you
what
don't
if-
want to fuck your doctor and you think it's going to wreck your life, even if you want to fuck your doctor, you should probably go to a different doctor because there's
But
other
it's
doctors.
hard to find a good doctor.
It is very true, but it's also hard to find one that wants to fuck you. So if you
does
want
he-
to fuck your doctor, keep going.
Is there a
Which isn't a
mutual?
problem.
Is there a mutual attraction between the two?
It does seem like there's a mutual attraction. He's a little
so
younger.
he's in it as well. This is not her just completely creating this scenario and when you get out of the scenario or not.
So it's
What kind of doctor?
Gynecological. I'll just say it.
No,
Come on.
It's not their gynecologist. It's I feel like that's too much information, but like it's a specialist. And he's a bit younger. He's cute, but it definitely seems like a thing where he's like he's already had to touch her body in ways that would normally make her feel uncomfortable, but in this case it's like that's okay, and so but also not I feel like there are boundaries in place where I feel like it's a thing where if she was interested in it going further, it would. But if she never pushes it,
then that's the thing.
I think that's the thing too.
Even if you're married, he's married. If he's trying to
He's
make it
not
a
married.
thing, well, I mean, that's kind of what's up though.
My thought-
If
so
you
this
want
is-
to fuck your doctor, keep going to the doctor. But
100%.
If
This
not,
is my thought. It's
I ain't got nothing wrong with
doctor
that, but-
like above and beyond the like dirty, exciting doctor sex thing.
exciting doctor sex thing.
You need to go to your doctor for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's above and beyond any sort of carnal thing. You need someone to be able to look at
Yes.
you
And you gotta separate
any
that.
without
Yeah.
any like other thing going on, like ooh tits, you know, or like
What? That's the gayest. Ooh, tits.
Ooh,
Like,
tits.
that's no.
No, but I mean, but
that's-
like,
You know, when she goes to the doctor, he just motorboats
Just
her, and it's like, let me
tits.
check your reflexes.
but my
That's
point
what it
is,
is.
my point is, if you like one of the things that you need to be completely impartial and not dirty at all is your doctor. I need you to look under my nutsack to see what's up there, not
Sure.
ooh, nutsack.
But maybe he's
You know
like,
what I mean?
damn,
Like-
that nutsack is jingle jangly,
Okay,
and
yeah,
I want to
but-
touch it. But,
but then
you
like,
have to go
move
to
on
a different
somebody else.
doctor.
You need
can
somebody
fuck
that's
that
impartial.
doctor.
Exactly.
And then you go to a different doctor for actual.
You need an
medical
impartial
advice.
actual doctor. I need impartial. Impartiality.
Again, boundaries queen. This is why you have, like, she has the Queen of Swords on her water bottle.
I do.
And I feel like it's because you are the Queen of Swords. You're logical. You have good boundaries. I feel like this is something. I think that because I am just so into all the different all the fucking details that make it interesting. I feel like, it's very hard to find a good doctor, and maybe don't go to this doctor for all of your needs.
Did you just
Yeah.
say that this is your doctor?
No.
You're like, wait, back that shit
Gary,
up.
roll
Wait,
the
Did I?
wait, back that shit. Back that roll that tape back.
I wish I had a good doctor or a doctor.
I wish I had a good doctor for medical advice or
Exactly.
for fucking.
I would
but
take
I have
either.
neither.
Okay,
I have
no.
neither. I hate the
No.
fucking doctor I have, and she's ugly and she's terrible. So whatever.
I mean, I love my OBGYN, but
that's not a
That's
diddling
not-
around there. That's a get the fuck out. That's
but
not
I'm
fun.
just
He's
that's my
specking them
only
up in there.
doctor.
Yeah.
I
Speckle
don't.
them up in there.
Speckle them up in there. Yeah, go ahead.
Boundaries queen. I don't know. It's like I float around in the ether, and like the universe sends me signs, and I'm so like water sign ethereal person. But I'm also like, no, bitch, this is what's happening because I've had to with too many things happening. So no, you
No.
can't have
Your answer is no.
the fuck a doctor and a real doctor. You have to
Okay.
separate that.
I
But
can
then
see
he
that.
becomes a sex worker.
But don't you feel like you could just see the doctor every once in a while,
No.
and it could maybe just make you have fun fantasies and never go
Yeah,
anywhere?
but if he's flirting back,
So here's the other side of that coin.
Uh-huh.
What if your doctor just happened to be a hot doctor? Is he not going to have any? No one
I'm
can
a
ever
hot
go to
doctor,
him.
and I'm like, sup. But there wasn't no sup back. And if I got a sup back, I'd be like, I'm
Okay.
uncomfortable, but in a good way.
When I went to the dermatologist, lovely lady, her assistant looked like fucking Thor. Like, he was absolutely beautiful. Like, not my type, but like just a beautiful,
Specimen.
young, incredibly like fit and a handsome person.
Yeah.
And I was like there for like a full body skin check, because I am old and fair skinned and all of these things.
Freckly.
And yeah, and
Freckly.
but like I recognize that this is a very attractive man. He was very nice, pretended to be like writing notes while she was looking at my body. But like, I feel like I don't know, like that kind of hot. Like you're just like, it's almost like spectacle. Like, oh, that guy's kind of hot, and you might not want to talk about your embarrassing problems. And that's the thing is like, she's got other doctors. Like she can go see for her general things or her embarrassing things. But I feel like her niche things that are, I don't know, where he's helpful just every once in a while. But I also play with fire. And
but like so is he just not supposed to have? Is she gonna bail for him because he's cute? I don't know.
It's because
No, if he's sending the vibes back.
if he's sending a
That's where it
vibe
gets
back to
weird.
her, I feel like she needs to bail.
Okay.
I
she needs
feel
to fuck
You
I
guys are just
I feel like if
Very
he's sending it
practical
back,
and
she's
realistic.
married. she's opening herself up to him, and he's sending stuff back to her. I feel like it might be time to bail from her.
Unless she wants to fuck him.
Okay,
And if she
both
wants to
of
fuck
you-
him, then
Unless
go.
she wants to fuck him, and then have at it. Like
Hippo.
Have at.
here's
Hippo.
my spatula or
Okay,
what
but
speculum
here's
or
the thing
whatever
is,
it's called.
again,
truly
you don't know
doctors
about
can't
women.
fuck their
I don't know.
patients.
What is it?
Not-
I know nothing about
Here's
it.
a speculum.
I
That
don't
would be
know.
the worst.
Here's this old 2 shoehorns. Here's 2 shoehorns. I know about women.
I know nothing about women or shoehorns for that matter.
I think that for me I think it's just about trying to make the situation work for you, and maybe it's just really unrealistic. And again, I do like to play with fire, but I think that like when I used to work at this place that had a coffee shop like underneath. It was a library with a coffee shop underneath it, and there was a guy that I used to, talk to and kind of flirt with. And then at a certain point, like, he was truly like, he was just like, oh, you're married? I've been looking at the wrong hand the whole time. And I was just like, oh, it's real. This is not just, this is something where like, something could happen with this. And I just never got coffee again. Because I was just like, I was attracted to him, and I was married, and I was just like, I don't trust myself, I'm never getting coffee again. That wasn't the answer. I think for her, maybe it's like, just go when you need to, and it'll be helpful,
I
and
agree
like
with that.
you're in the driver's seat, like things will happen.
I
But
think
if
that's the
it's-
key. I think she's in the driver's seat, and so whatever it is that she decides about, it's her. She's in control. If she wants to sleep with him, sleep with him. If she wants to go get her hoo-ha checked, get your hoo-ha checked.
Hoo-ha.
But she's the one in control. I think
Also,
that's the key.
doctors truly do lose their license if they sleep with patients.
No, of course.
Whereas
Like,
they can sleep with
and like
each
if
other,
any-
and nurses, and
if
everyone
anything
else, but-
untoward happens,
It
it
doesn't
goes.
really sound like he cares.
But that's the thing is like people are humans, and this shit happens all the time.
And if he's fucking with one patient,
I mean,
he's doing it to a couple more.
I think that
I agree. Sadly.
I think you two are wise, and you are giving better advice than me, honestly.
You're
I
like,
just don't
go
want
for
Your
it.
doctor and
No, I just
charge
don't want-
it to the gazame.
I just don't want someone to miss out on something that would be helpful to them just because
Agreed.
they feel a little bit attracted. Because there's nothing wrong with being attracted to someone. And, like, I don't think that this person has shown any signs that they're going to, like, make the next move forward.
So the other side of that is that if it works in her favor, if she understands that if she's getting input about her health that matters.
She's going to get some input, all right.
No, but I mean, like, if it matters, and it's hard to get good input about yourself. Like, if it matters, then
It's
then-
hard to
then
get
do
good
it.
input at all.
It's hard to get good input these days. So,
It's so hard to get good
input.
input. Okay. So for time,
we have to
so
wrap.
so let's wrap by saying if there's anything. So we would normally wrap by saying if there's something that's upright or uptight. If you're feeling super happy or super bummed about something right now, and you were upright or uptight, upright and fancy or uptight and angry.
So this is like a lightning round, uptight, upright.
Yes. So I'll go first. So uptight and angry. I just watched. I think I mentioned this before. I just watched Girls Next Level instead of Girls Next Door. Girls Next Level, and it's Holly and Bridget, and they're so amazing. And it brought up Hugh Hefner, uptight and angry. Like he was such a
fucking predator.
crazy predator, womanizer, and so he's my uptight. But on the other side of that same coin, the two of them really making something of themselves and making of this nasty situation that wasn't that great and really rising above it. They're my bright and fancy as well. So
Okay,
I think they're
you.
incredible. I think they're incredible. I think they're great, and I think that they rose above some shit.
I think I'm uptight about our state of Tennessee.
Oh my god, yes.
Which I'm not even going to unfurl that bag of
I
trash.
wish we lived in Sloppy Top and not Rocky Top.
Sloppy Top.
In case you don't know, the state song of Tennessee is Rocky Top. And Lauren, I just want to give you credit because
you.
I'm going to be singing this for the rest of my life.
Can't stop. You won't stop.
Can't stop, won't
has
stop.
changed the song to Sloppy Top, also Bossy Top. And And so basically, yeah, I feel like you're uptight about your sloppy top Tennessee.
Sloppy top Tennessee has just been sloppy. It's trash.
But also bossy, too.
It's also been bossy.
Bossy of all of your reproductive choices.
Correct. And all
not
genders, all
bossy in a good way.
sexual orientations. So
Yeah.
I feel like we've been fighting
It's
back,
so
which
weird.
makes me feel fancy by fighting back to it and striking shit down and
That's a good
having
answer.
a business that does support
Yeah.
And you do, and it's
all
it's
genders,
it's
all
very
sexual orientations.
it's very
to
much
feel
a
yourself.
part of your entire like foundation of who you are is the inclusivity.
Inclusivity. Yes. So that's fine. Yeah.
I think that's a lovely answer.
I'm upright about your inclusivity.
I'm upright about you.
Oh,
I am.
my drink's gone.
I'm also
It's not. There's more in here.
Sippy sip.
I feel like your answers were so much more elevated than mine, because I'm uptight about pig dicks at this moment.
Oh, physical,
Because-
actual pig dicks.
Actual
Yes,
physical pig
actual
dicks.
pig dicks.
Should be.
Because I don't know
You should be.
The people may remember me being so excited about getting this pig and saying everything was going so well, and he's very sweet. But he was apparently born to fuck. And apparently pigs just when they get in the mood, they don't get out of the mood. And so this tiny little pig has been
Born to fuck.
He at first it was the beach ball, and we said ha ha. And then the dog, and then and their penises when they get excited is a corkscrew.
I was gonna say, is it a squiggly quiggly? I've
Oh
heard.
my
I don't know.
God,
I've never seen a pig
I
dick.
never did until recently.
No, that's horrifying.
And I said, God, why? And
this
also,
is why we
like,
eat them.
I
Not the pig dicks, but actual pigs.
I
Pig
mean,
dicks is good
no.
dicks.
But I feel like the I don't know, people who think that have this idea of God as this person who just like made everything with this like beautiful design.
No, incorrect.
I mean, like, could you just imagine, like, God looking at, like, a pig corkscrew
Let's make a
coming out and
pig
being like,
dick.
just how Daddy likes it. Like,
Screw it in. Literally screw it in. No.
it's so
Not how
upsetting.
daddy, just how daddy likes
And
it.
it's so
I can see
upsetting.
how that's your upright,
That-
uptight, and angry.
I feel really uptight about this. And
So you're keeping the pig?
Okay, I feel like he just needs to be neutered.
Is there neutering of pigs?
Can you neuter a pig?
We go to a vet that sees farm animals, so I
Do
hope
they
to
just
have this
snip,
question
snip?
answered tomorrow.
Okay, I hope that for you.
Is he
'cause
still gonna be
he's
desirous?
lovely. I don't think so. I think it's just pigs are horny as fuck, and I think that when the balls are gone, he'll just be. I mean, it also seems so like. Fucking, it's so intense to make that decision. You know, if we're just like,
Come
and
on.
tomorrow you
Do
will have no balls.
I mean, we do it to other animals that don't need to reproduce.
Including like humans, you know what I mean? Like they
fucking
vasectomies.
What?
Yeah, but
No,
no,
that's
vasectomies.
different. No, when you neuter
Okay.
an animal,
I know.
you
There's
take
no
no
Shut the
coming
whole
back.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
You don't get to
vasectomy
keep
is
them.
reversible.
I've still
And
got
he-
mine, you know.
What? I thought we were trying. But it's called eugenics in people. But with the neutering, spaying, Bob Barker is happy. I think it's a great thing. I hope I can afford it because I do love this little pig, and it's not his fault. He wants to fuck everything. But literally, he took a flying leap at my husband to fuck him, even though
Ooh.
he had no plan of how this would happen.
He's just gonna
imagine
fuck.
a tiny pig just leaping at you.
We're all just trying to fuck.
He's just trying to fuck. It's really not his fault.
He's
And
just taking his chances.
And also things have gone really well for him lately. He was
Yeah.
a runaway pig. He has a great home. He's getting great
He
food.
was a
It's
runaway
like, I have a
pig.
401k, I have a home, I have a car, I have a
Yeah.
family,
I've been-
I'm about
yeah.
to fuck.
I'm
Like,
not.
he's just
I'm not
trying to
breakfast.
fuck.
You know, like
I'm
come
not
on.
breakfast. I might have been giving mixed messages because I have been rubbing him down in coconut oil, which is
Why?
because
I don't know about pigs.
Because
so
pigs, their skin needs moisture, and also it's cleansing, and so it's just.
So you've been oil
I've
pulling
been-
your pig.
I've been rubbing him down in coconut oil like a sloppy bottom, and maybe
Or
he
sloppy
thought.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sloppy top of
Everyone
Tennessee.
needs-
Full
Tennessee.
circle.
Full
In
circle.
the podcast.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, and he's turned into a very bossy top, and we don't want this. And I feel like
I don't know how to help with it.
I guess
I don't either.
A pictuation.
I mean,
It's a
the only
pictuation.
thing that's going to help is the it's the disappearance of his manhood, and I think that's fine.
Snip, snip, chop, chop. I feel
so
like that's okay.
Maybe
More men need
I'm
to have that
upright
happen.
and fancy about pig neutering because that's something that
But also
probably
uptight
has
and
never
angry
been
about
said.
it because you don't necessarily want to have to
About
freaking do
pig
it.
dicks and fancy about snipping them.
I'm
the dicks,
upright
the
about
balls.
corkscrew dick. I just wanted to say that. Okay, all right. For sake of time.
Corkscrew dicks.
For sake of time. For sake of time, we have to jam out in the '90s jam way about corkscrew dicks. Corkscrew dicks. Yeah.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. Yeah, and that's how.
Meet you at the crossroads.
You won't be lonely.
Making my way
Okay.
downtown. Anyway, Upright and Fancy episode 10. I feel like you really helped make this into something.
Anytime. I had
Thank
so
you
much fun.
so
Thank you so
much
much
for being with
It was
us
great.
today.
It was a blast.
This has
Yeah,
been so
yeah.
fun.
In the words of the immortal Tracy Jordan, you massaged this foot back into the shape of a foot. So thank you so much.
Yay!
You just,
Mwah.
we love you
Mwah.
so. Thank you for doing what you do and being so upright. And
Cheers
so
to you,
fancy.
lovely human beings.
Wait.
It's a lot of
I'll never
blow.
I'll never blow out
It's our
Sasha.
eternal
a lot of
flame.
smoke.
I love you.
We're gonna set your alarm off. If we set your alarm off, it's gonna be amazing. All right, Upright and Fancy episode 10.
We love you.
We
Thank
love you.
you.
Mwah. Yay!